my YouTubers. For ladies and gentlemen, it's the Natural Born Thriller. And welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review, the show from May 30th, 2021. This will be your AEW Double or Nothing 2021 results that took place at Day's Place in Jacksonville, Florida. Also, routines to taking place at the TIAA Bank Field, pertains to the Stadium Stampede 2 match, which we'll get to it. But the attendance was about 5,500 AEW fans in attendance, and under the promotion of All Elite Wrestling. Your commentators were good old GR Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur. Routines to be on the pre-show, it was just Tony Schiavone and Excalibur. And routines to the other matches too, like the Adam Page versus Brian Cage match that includes Taz on commentary. Routines to the Casino Battle Royale was Paul White on commentary. And routines to the World and World Tag Team Championship title matches, Don Callis, which we'll get to all that when we get to it. The matches obviously. The commentary it was fine. But yeah, this is the first time that AEW had a packed crowd for a long time, and it's been needed for a long time. They have fans coming in, routines to doing the absolute best that they can, because we're still in this pandemic, and yeah, I could be more happier, and I got a little emotional when I saw that again. Seeing all the reactions for these wrestlers, getting from the fans that were reacted to them, cheering, booing, however way they wanted to voice their opinions, and then it was just a great feeling, overall, and I couldn't be more happier. Pro wrestling has suffered all this pandemic for quite a while, and we need to get back on track. Pro wrestling, and us pro wrestling fans needs to stand together with pro wrestling. Doesn't matter if it's WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, All Japan Pro Wrestling, Ring of Honor, Major League Wrestling, Impact Wrestling, All Elite Wrestling, wherever Triple A, wherever other wrestling promotions that you could think of, that let's get back on track with that. But yeah, let's get to the show here though. First off, the buy-in that feature for the NWA Women's World Championship. That's at 14 minutes and 5 seconds with the returning Riho. And the thing about Riho returning here, she's not only back for AEW full time this time. Returns to making trips from United States to Japan and all that. But she's decided to resign, reside, let's say, to stay here in the United States, in Florida. I think in Florida. I'm assuming it's Florida. Because obviously where could it be? Retains to doing these shows in the Florida that AEW has been doing for a year and a half now. But I digress. But I'm assuming that's what they said. I think they said Florida, that she moved into Florida or something like that. And yeah, I'm happy for her that she's all here in AEW. And we'll be seeing more of her on AEW, which I think is great. And she got a very big reaction on the fans. The crowds were very nice, and they were cheering for her. Yeah, it's like that reaction never left. So she goes up against the NWA Women's World Champion Serena Deeb for the title, and even she got a pop. Serena Deeb got a pop too, though. And they're cheering for both of them. Let's go Riho, let's go Deeb. That match happens, and it started off sportsmanlike and everything. And then Riho was going to give her a handshake. Serena Deeb was hesitant, and right there. And then also she slaps Riho. Riho starts firing back. With a step of her own, and we're off from the races here. So yeah, and then you finally had the commentators finally acknowledging that she is now, doing some heel tactics. Now they're acknowledging that she's a heel. which is great. So, so she's working on Riho to the legs, because if you remember, Serena Deeb had a leg injury, a knee injury, I should say. That she was involved with against Riho, and that was the last time we seen Serena Deeb. It was during that whole women's championship tournament eliminators that they did, or who's going to face the champion at back at Revolution. During that whole build up, the road to Revolution. So it was nice that Serena Deeb is doing that, and she did with when she made her return when she went against Red Velvet. So that's gonna be her thing now. And on top of that, she's the woman of 1,000 holes. She's basically the female Jemalenko when you really think about it. And yeah, so she's doing all this to Riho. Riho's fighting back to Nuno. They had back and forth, that. In the end, it was, obviously, it was no-brainer here, because I didn't see Riho win the belt here, because for one thing, she's part of All Elite Wrestling. And Serena Deeb, she's part of All Elite Wrestling too, but I guess she's got obligations to also work for NWA as well. And NWA is back too, so that'll be something for me to look into as well. Most probably National Wrestling Alliance too. We get back on track with that one too. But yeah, in the end, she did win the match with the Serenity Lock. Riho tried to fight out of it. And in fact, she's been in that hole like about maybe 3 times, I guess. To finally she the third one, basically when Serenity was really pulling in the pressure and the pain to it. So Riho tapped out, and there you go. And the crowd reacted to Serena Deeb to way where fans were booing her. Not all fans were booing her, but you still have a majority of fans that were booing her, and some majorities that cheered her. But they were all pro Riho at against this whole thing. But in the end, it was Serena Deeb retaining. So there you go. So then we get to the opening match for the pay-per-view. We got the Machine, Brian Cage, coming out like a half Terminator, half Gladiator outfit he was wearing, which I thought was cool. So he's doing that entrance, that looks awesome. I think he came out first, if I'm not mistaken. If I could be wrong, but I think he may have came out first, because next was the Hangman Adam Page, and when the Hangman Adam Page came out, I was expecting what type of reaction he was going to get, because since there has been no crowds for a while, and Hangman Adam Page was getting over with the crowds too, when there was a packed crowd, but the pandemic ruined that and everything. So as he came out, monstrous pops for the Hangman Adam Page. It's like he stepped into a whole new level where he. And he got, and also I didn't notice that at first, but apparently he got a little emotional when he when we got that reaction, because again we don't know what to expect the reaction he was going to get once he gets back into those full crowds and everything. But once that happened, it was pretty overwhelming. It was very overwhelming and very emotional to hear that. It was awesome. I loved the pop. It was basically like Legion of Doom, World Warrior pop. That's basically the vibe I got for Adam Page here, and it was awesome. As far as the match was, it lasted 12 minutes, and you got Tessa commentary, and basically the match went about as I thought it would. It was a very good match. You gotta love the fact that Brian Cage tried to do the Hangman Man's finishing with the buckshot lariat. He attempted to do it, but except when he did it, he was trying to keep his balance, but he lost his footing a little bit. But yeah, it was not good. It was not that good. I get what he's trying to do, because he is an athlete too. He does flips too and all. Brian Cage, a guy who's big and muscular, but it just didn't look good. All of a sudden, Hook and Ricky Starks comes out, and I say, Mr. Wait a minute, I thought Brian Cage didn't need any help. And apparently Brian Cage didn't know this was going on, but this was Taz doing here. So as Ricky Starks is either Ricky Starks or Ricky Starks giving the belt to Brian Cage, the FTW World Championship belt, while Hook is distracting the referee. Brian Cage is like, I don't need this belt and everything, right? And Taz is beside himself on commentary. All of a sudden, the Hangman Adam Page takes advantage, and goes for his buckshot lariat and gets the win. So he got the win due to a distraction. And Brian Cage, after the match, he teaches him to do something to Ricky Starks, but Ricky Starks says, hey, I got a neck injury, which is true. He got a neck injury. You can't touch him. He's not very clear. So what he does, he shoves Hook and then gives a shoulder bump to Ricky Starks, and he walks off. So they're gonna do more teasing of the breakup away from Team Taz with Brian Cage, and Brian Cage is going to become a babyface later on. So they still have plans for that, and we'll see how that turns out. So, and that was it for that match. Then we get to the next match I didn't care for because of the video promo, and it involves the AEW World Tag Team Championship. 21 minutes it lasted, with the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson of the Elite being accompanied by Brandon Cutler, and you have Don Callis on commentary, versus Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley, Wild Things. So they came out, and as they came out, into the crowds and all that, and the crowds were going nuts and everything, and then the theme song was going on, Wild Thing, you make my heart sing, and everyone was singing along with it. I'll say that. I'll say that was a cool moment there, and what a cool moment for Eddie Kingston, by the way, because Eddie Kingston, I don't remember if he's been in an arena with that much big, huge crowds before. Because we're just Impact Wrestling, not that much crowds there, but it's whatever. We're changed to NWA. You know how that is. Being in the studios, not that many people you can fit in too. Never seen a match from Japan, so I don't know. I wouldn't know the capacity crowds of it, what type of crowds he's got. What capacity crowds he's gotten. But the fact is, this is so far his first one. In my knowledge, of him being in front of full crowds, and he was enjoying it. I could tell in his face that he had a cheesy grin on his face and all that. He loved it, and I was happy for him. Happy for Eddie Kingston getting that type of a crowd reaction, and very excited for him to be in front of that big crowd, because it was really needed too. As far as the Young Bucks, so I was gonna mention this, the video package. The video package of this whole thing, the Young Bucks were mad at Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley for stealing their shoes. It's which is fine and all that, but the way they said it, you stole our shoes, you crossed the line, you made it personal. If that was not part of the video package of this whole build-up of this whole thing, where it was just about the whole thing with the whole drama with Moxley being turned on by the Young Bucks, when we changed that match with Omega and the Good Brothers, and then in case the fuck he was betrayed too and all, basically the betrayal is what it should have been something. But it was all because of pertains to not just the whole trashing the locker room, the dressing room, whatever, but the shoes. You crossed the line because because you stole my shoes. I don't know how I said it now. You crossed the line because you stole my shoes. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And after that was said, and yes, and I'll talk about the match. The match was good, but I was thrown off because of that, and I was also thrown off because what the fuck was the Young Bucks wearing? And on top of that, what the fuck has Nick Jackson done to his hair? He dyed his hair like orange. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know if he's going through a phase that he dyed his hair like that. I don't know what I was looking. I don't know what I was watching. I don't know what and the outfits overall. It was like a mixture of something that was going for. I don't know what they're trying to go for, but it threw me off for that too. And I didn't care for the match. Yes, the match was good. I just didn't care for it. I was waiting for it to be over. And once it was over, I couldn't be more happier. You had some shenanigans too and all. At the end of the day, Young Bucks won. I didn't expect them to win. I thought they'll at least give it to Moxley and Kingston, but they didn't do that. Instead, they give it to the Young Bucks instead. So Young Bucks won. Didn't care. Basically, I was glad it was over. Then we get to the Casino Battle Royale for a future AEW World Championship title match. That's a 22 minutes and 30 seconds, which is going to happen in the next 2 weeks. On Dynamite, which I'm assuming is going to be on that Wednesday, because we haven't gotten to Friday yet. Because Friday Night Dynamite, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to watch it yet. And as this recording, I recorded this on the Thursday. I don't know if it's gonna be up on Thursday too, but that's my goal for the be up on Thursday, either on nighttime, but we'll see. But I digress. But yeah, the Casino Battle Royale. First was the clubs that came out first. It was Christian Cage, then Matt Sydal, then Powerhouse Hobbs, Dustin Rose, and Max Caster. And by the way, when Max Caster came out, the crowds went nuts for this guy, and he started doing his freestyling rap and all that to everyone in the ring, and it was pretty good. It was pretty good, and the crowds were into it. They love Max Caster. They know what he brings to the table too. So yeah, the rule is, once every 2 minutes, I think it is, another participant comes in. But since because it's the Casino Battle Royale, Double or Nothing. That's the theme of it. It's Las Vegas theme, except they're not in Las Vegas. They're in Florida, obviously. But either way, the club starts out first, and then once every 2 minutes, another one comes out. Which the next one will be the Diamonds, and the Diamonds feature Isaiah Cassidy and Matt Hardy. Just they're both part of a faction. The Hardy family office. The Hardy family office. They came out. Preston Vance came out. 10 of the Dark Order. While Matt Hardy and Isaiah Cassidy was waiting for him to come out. Now, coming to the match, I forgot that Pride Pro was in the match because Isaiah Cassidy, he was not in his ring gear. He's basically in this new attire. That's basically in these type of clothes that you look like you go to a club. And that's what Pride Party is not going for now. Which is good because the outfits they were wearing before wasn't really big on the outfits when I first saw them. So, but yeah. So they got new tires and everything, and then also after Preston Vance came out, Nick Comoroa came out, and Sir Pentago, which he was led by Dr. Luther. I'll get to him later, by the way. But I see Sir Pentago, and I see Mr. Wait a minute, he was not announcing this match. I'm like, wait a minute, where's QT Marshall? Maybe he's coming. Maybe I thought he's coming out from either the Hearts or the Spades, maybe. But we'll get to that. Then we get to the Hearts now, because 2 minutes passed now. Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison, the Varsity Blondes, came out. Colt Cabana of the Dark Order, Anthony Bowens came out, and Penta El Zero Miedo coming out with Joker-like inspiring outfit. Loved it. Loved the Joker outfit he had. And we'll get to him, what happened with him, which I thought was stupid. But love the outfit and all that. I loved it. And if I remember this, but I forgot to bring. I don't remember if I get a chance to bring it up or I forgot to bring it. I forgot to talk about it. But it was one of the Diamond shows from previously. Like about a month ago or two maybe. He came out looking like Batman. Penta El Zero Miedo. He had a Batman-like outfit, which was cool. And now here he is on Double or Nothing with the Joker-like outfit, and I loved it. Freaking loved it. Now the Space came out after 2 minutes passed. You had Jungle Boy, and when Jungle Boy came out, this is the moment I was waiting for Jungle Boy to come out. The crowds were popping big for Jungle Boy, and then they did the sing along of the song, by Baltimore's Jungle Love. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Loved it. Best moment ever. Best. I mean, there were other great moments too on the show here, but that was an awesome moment. The crowd singing along that song, it was awesome. I loved it, and I love the song too. One of my favorite songs growing up, listening to it. My first time listening to that song was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. It was when they played the song on that in that movie, where they were in the arcade. Not the Turtles, but the ones that were travel back from time to go to the future, whatever, something like that. But pertains to the whole the time warp thing that they had. That's part 3 of the movie of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Which I love that, by the way. Not everyone was a fan of that movie, but I loved it though. I thought it was great. But despite that, the point is, Jungle Boy coming out with that theme song, and everyone was having a good time singing that song. Then we get Mark Quinn coming out after that, of Pride Party, and the Hardy family office. Aaron Solo of the Factory, which I forgot to mention. Oh, Nick Comoroto is also a part of the factory too as well. I need to point that out. Even Uno coming out with a new look, new mask and everything, and I loved it. And I thought it was pretty cool. And Lee Johnson of the Nightmare Family coming out as well. And finally, the Joker. I'll save him for last, by the way, because I want to talk about now. I'm talking about the eliminations. So, as the match was going on between the clubs, for starting off the match and everything, immediately, about a minute or and a half something, Matt Sydal was already gone. Like, whoa, what is going on here? Like, why are you getting rid of him so fast? He was the first one gone. I couldn't believe it. So the next one came out. But I'm going back now to the Diamonds, right? Serpentico goes in by Dr. Luther. Throws him in there. And then immediately, once he goes after somebody, I can't remember who he went after. I think Dustin Rhodes, maybe. And immediately, he was gone. Like, wait a minute, he just spent like, what? 10 seconds, I guess? And right, they threw him out. Like, what was the point? That was a waste. So, yeah. I want to get back to this, too, because no QT Marshall. Like, when seriously, you replaced QT Marshall for Serpentico, who got taken out in seconds? No, it was one thing that Macedo got eliminated. Like that, which I thought that was bullshit too. But you put Serpentico in there, who's a waste, and it showed that he was a waste because he was gone in seconds. That was so stupid. And you got other guys coming in there too. That start just got in there too, like the Anthony Bowens. He was gone immediately. Max Castro didn't last long either. I don't know how long he lasted, but so we got to the space array, right? And you had Penta Zimmer who's just there too. He spent it for like about let's see, about what, 3 minutes and a half, whatever. And he was on fire, by the way. He gets thrown out. Like, what? You threw a Penta out? Like, what the fuck you doing? What are you doing with this guy? You're giving him this push where he went up against Clay Rose and lost already, and that's done. Then have him win matches again as a singles wrestler. Have him go up against Orange Cassidy, lost. Then you're starting over again with him being a singles wrestler. Haven't been in this match since Ray Phoenix couldn't be in it because I think he's hurt. Having him be in this match, maybe he could be last, end up saving him for last and all that. Maybe it could be just between him, Penta Zero Miedo versus Jungle Boy, maybe, or maybe Penta Zero Miedo and Christian Cage, and then in the end, maybe Penta Zero Miedo wins or something like that. But no, you got rid of him fast. You got rid of him just like that. That pissed me off too. We got like quit minutes to shoot. Like even Uno, he got in there too, gone. Lee Johnson, he got in there, gone. Even Eric Solo, he's in there, gone. Coco Cabana, he lasted until the what in the space? No, until the space came out, gone. Brian Pillman and Griff Garrison, I don't remember how if they were still there until the space came out, but either of those two guys, gone. Quick eliminations, like left to right. Even with Nick Comoroto, I don't remember if he was still there when the horse came in there, but as soon as he got in there, gone. I should mention too. He hit Dustin Rhodes with the cowbell because the program with those two, it's gonna be something that's gonna happen on Dynamite. So we'll get to it when we get to it. But yeah, because of that, Dustin Rhodes also got eliminated too. And I love how Dustin Rhodes got eliminated because after he got hit with the cowbell, he sounded like he really got knocked out and everything. So Will Hobbs, I think it was Will Hobbs, yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs eliminated him. So now before I get to the Joker, I got to talk about the eliminations first. Christian Cage. Actually, in fact, yeah, maybe, now I'm gonna mention the Joker. So who's gonna be the Joker? Since it was gonna be no QT Marshall in the match, which would be thought maybe it was gonna be Paul White, to be in there, surprisingly, to go out at QT Marshall. Maybe that's why they did it, because maybe they were thinking maybe we all kind of knew maybe it was gonna be one of those type of swerve that we knew it was gonna be Paul White in the match because QT Marshall would have been there. So they decided to not have QT Marshall in there and have Serpentico in there instead, to throw us off because they got someone better. So what's it going to be like? Someone like an Andrade Almas maybe? What's going to be someone like which it make sense too because if he would have won, because who won later on, it would have made sense too because of what's going to happen at Triple Mania, for Triple A. But yeah, what's going to be him? Nope. What's going to be like someone else that we haven't think of? Which it was someone that we haven't think of, and it was the man of the hour, Lio Rush. And I'm like, holy shit, he's there. Now, here's the thing with Lio Rush. Is he all elite? I don't know if he is. Of what I heard, it was just a handshake agreement for him to be part of this. It's like, and he's not part of New Japan. He's not part, I don't know if he's part of MLW. I think he's part of MLW. But represents New Japan, represents to being on NJWP Strong. It's just a handshake agreement. Doesn't mean he, doesn't mean, they can, there's no chance for him to sign with New Japan. I think he will be part of the Best of the Super Juniors and the Super J Cup this time when it's going to Japan. Hopefully that'll be the goal, but we'll see. But yeah, Lio Rush, I'm glad he was there, and he showcased what he can do in the match. Now let's get to the order of the missions now. I'm gonna say the two for last, by the way. Which you'll find out pretty soon who's the best, who's the two for last. Macedel eliminated by Masscaster. Powerhouse Hobbs eliminated by Christian Cage because of their program. Dustin Rhodes eliminated by Powerhouse Hobbs. Masscaster eliminated by Christian Cage. Isaiah Cassidy eliminated by Jungle Boy. Matt Hardy eliminated by Christian Cage, which they had two interactions, by the way. One where Christian Cage and Matt Hardy's gonna go at each other, but then Isaiah Cassidy, Isaiah Cassidy, boom, knocks him down. And I'll get to Christian Cage later, by the way, because I got a lot to say about Christian Cage, by the way. Good, the Mr. Outwork everyone, right? We'll get to that. 10 eliminated by Dustin Rhodes. Nick Comoroto eliminated by Dustin Rhodes, which that led to Nick Comoroto did what he did with the cowbell, bam, knocking him out, and then Powerhouse Hobbs took advantage of that. Serpentico eliminated by 10. Brian Pillman Jr. eliminated by Private Party. Griff Garrison eliminated by Matt Hardy. Colt Cabana eliminated by Isaiah Cassidy. Anthony Bones eliminated by Varsity Blondes. Penta El Zero eliminated by Jungle Boy. I don't want to hate Jungle Boy for that. It's not his fault. It's not the fault of Jungle Boy. It's the fault of the booking of getting rid of Penta El Zero just like that. And then of all people to get rid of Penta El Zero, it was Jungle Boy. I would not have Jungle Boy. For someone who that fans love, I will not have Jungle Boy eliminate Penta El Zero like that. If you're going to get rid of Penta El Zero, have someone as a heel to get rid of him. Not a babyface, beloved babyface like a Jungle Boy, you morons. Mark Quinn eliminated by Christian Cage. Aaron Solo eliminated by Lee Johnson because of their program. Evil Uno eliminated by Penta El Zero. Lee Johnson eliminated by Matt Hardy. Lio Rush eliminated by Matt Hardy. So let's get to the other reactions of Christian Cage and Matt Hardy. So, like I said, Matt Hardy was eliminated by Christian Cage. So Matt Hardy was trying to get so here the before I get to that part, 5 remaining in there. The Hardy family office, Private Party, and Matt Hardy, Christian Cage, and Jungle Boy. So basically, it was a non-number for the faces going up against the heels. But then Jungle Boy, let's see, what's Jungle Boy? Because what's Jungle Boy? Or was it? Oh yeah, I think it was Christian Cage. Okay, actually, Christian Cage and Jungle Boy took out each of the Private Party members. So Matt Hardy, in this case, with Christian Cage, because their interactions, they had an interaction earlier on the night where they're going to face off each other, and then Isaiah Cassidy blasts him. I'll get to him later, by the way. I'm still going to save him. I'm still going to save him for once I get to him. So Matt Hardy's trying to negotiate to Christian Cage to work together here to go at the Jungle Boy, right? And Christian Cage agrees to it. Or for Christian Cage to look like he's about to upgrade the turn on Matt Hardy. And I see myself, Christian Cage did not do a good job at acting like that. Acting like he was not going to his acting was done off badly. But he eliminates Matt Hardy. So it's between Christian Cage and Jungle Boy. Now I'm gonna get to Christian Cage. Mr. I work everyone, right? More like I'm gonna outsleep everyone, because after Matt Hardy and Christian had their interactions, during the Diamond stuff, the Diamond's entrance and everything, and Isaiah Cassidy just blasts him, and Christian Cage gets thrown out of the ring, not over the top though, but under the ring, something like that, and he slept through the entire match until we got to the Joker part. Outwork everyone, right? That's not how I saw Christian Cage. He's not living up to the name of being the workhorse to outwork everyone. Disappointing. Very disappointing. But the match is up between Christian Cage and Jungle Boy. The last two in the match. Alright, good to win the Christian Cage here. Already here. Because we knew Jungle Boy was going to win either way. So we thought. Jungle Boy actually the one who wins the match instead. And like, wow. I was all thrown up there. Like, I love it. I'm glad to give the win to him, because well deserved, because he's pretty good. After the match was over, Christian Cage gets in the ring, and by the way, also had Luchasaurus and Marco Stunt coming out there to celebrate with him as well. And remind people, Marco was stunning his growth. Just saying. But Christian Cage gets back in the ring. He praises Jungle Boy and make the best of it, and everything, or the opportunity and everything, and shake his hand, and that was it. Basically putting him over. That was good. Awesome. And there you go, folks. That was it for that whole thing. Then we get to the next match, where it was about, before we get to the next match, it was about, they plugged the whole Memorial Day weekend thing, about Memorial Day, United States of America and all that. And then they segued to the next match. Oh, how obvious did they make this look? So, it was not the American Nightmare, but the American Dream, Cody Rhodes, with his patriotic outfit that he was wearing, with Arn Anderson, to lead him over there, to the ring, against the anti-American, the United Kingdom, British, what's the word? Empathizer, something like that, and Anthony Ogogo being covered by QT Marshall, and he had the obvious thing about the announcement for Cody Rhodes of being I can't remember the announcement, but when I heard the announcement for Cody Rhodes, with him being a future father with a African American woman that he's married and everything, and I said to myself, oh my god, they're making it so obvious that Cody was gonna win here. As far as the match was fine. The match was a fine match. Anthony Ogogo, he looked good. He actually looked good. The Frog Splash looked good. On moves he did look good. Unfortunately, his punch that he does, the punch that AEW has been putting over, that he's giving them the gut punch and everything, it's a dangerous move. Cody Rhodes sold it about 3 times, but kicked out. But at the same time, buried the move, because of course that's Cody Rhodes' role now. It reminds me of Penta, what Penta is in the middle, but the breaking the arm thing, only from the no soda and beat Penta. So Cody Rhodes, of course he beat Anthony Ogogo here, but he beats him with the vertebraker, which it looked good too and all, but he won with that. Basically, they set up Anthony Ogogo here to fail. They set Anthony Ogogo here to get buried by Cody Rhodes here. That was not good. Not good. 10 minutes and 55 seconds last, by the way, the match. And like I said, the match was fine. But I knew on the outcome of this match who was going to win here. And no one cared about this match either. Which is a shame, because we all knew what was going to be the outcome. Cody Rhodes winning. Dirt bike freaks. Anyways. But yeah, that's it for that, folks. That match, I think to everyone's standpoint, this match was the weakest point of the show. And and that's all there's to it. Anyway, to the AEW TNT Championship title match, 9 minutes and 50 seconds. 9 minutes and 50 seconds it lasted, with the champion Miro versus Lance Archer with Jake Roberts, who came out later, by the way, because he didn't come out at first. But what's funny about this though, Lance Archer makes his entrance, and he scares Justin Roberts actually making the introduction for him. And basically made him scream like Archer, like that, which I thought was funny. Miro comes out now, and they had a match. Lance Archer basically did a jump start on him outside onto the stage and everything, where he almost killed himself there. That would have ended badly. But they had a match, and it was good. I'll say this: it was better than the match between Antiogogo and Cody Rhodes. I'll say that, because I was more into that match than that was to Cody Rhodes and Antiogogo, which is unfortunate for Antiogogo because he's good. If I saw him, he's actually pretty good. He can actually hang in the ring. Unfortunately, he met with the Golden Sledgehammer, Cody Rhodes. But yeah, the match it was what it was. It was a hog fight, but a hog's fight, that in a way. Term it in a way. It could have been better. I'll just say that it could have been better. Miro, basically Jake Roberts teases a snake coming out of the bag, which you could tell there was really no snake in there. I don't know what was in there. Maybe it was the Young Bucks shoes. Maybe I don't know. But Miro kept throwing it. He's spinning it and all that, and then tosses it on stage, and people were like, "Oh my god!" And like to himself, "Oh please, there's no snake in there. There is no snake in there." But let's just say there was a snake in there. That's basically what happened. Miro just tossed the bag on the stage. That had a snake in there. So yeah, there was no snake in there. Ridiculous. But in the end, they made Lance Archer look strong here too. But also coming to the match too, Miro just won the belt. He ain't gonna lose the belt, and sure enough, that's what happened. Miro did not lose the belt. Miro beat Lance Archer. So we go do Lance Archer. Maybe calm down. Now we're gonna do it with Lance Archer. We're gonna do it with him now. He just lost here. This is his third time, getting a title shot in the AEW, and he couldn't get the job done again. Where you go from here? Unbelievable. Next match for the AEW Women's World Championship. 17 minutes and 20 seconds lasted. It was now or never. It was time to strap the Rocket onto the back of Britt Baker, to put the belt on her and everything, and have her be the real champion, and to be the face that she already claimed to be at one point. But now after everything that has happened, you can say now, I can say now that she is the face for the women's division of AEW. But yeah, it's Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, being coming by Rebel Reba, which I want to say, versus the AEW Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida. Britt Baker's outfit was awesome. It was basically Scott Hall vibes of the red blood dripping tights and all that Scott Hall once had before too. When he had red, and then when he started just be going against Wolfpack, he had white. So yeah, Britt Baker did here too, because Britt Baker's all about blood now, But I love the outfit though. It was a cool outfit. I guess Hikaru Shida had a nice outfit too, by the way, all white and all that, and I'm like, awesome, man, awesome. And she had a white robe too and all. The match itself, it was disappointing. Disappointing match. Sloppiness, a few botches. It didn't gel well, which is unfortunate because this is the match that supposed to make big Britt Baker here. Because this is her opportunity. This is her shine, her moment to finally become the women's champion in the AEW. And the match fell flat, unfortunately. And it's a shame, a real shame. I guess my dear here is too, because I didn't like the match they had last year either. But it pertains to the match from Dynamite last year. Yeah, they won one match. The match that Britt Baker had her nose broken, blade up and everything. Because people were saying, oh, that was her best match and everything. I said to myself, no, she sucked. I thought she sucked in the match. I thought Hikaru Shida was good, but I thought Britt Baker sucked in the match. But either way, because we come to this match, like maybe they don't. I mean, the story was there. The story was there. The 1 year build between these two. And the feud was there. The story was there. You have it all there. They just didn't gel well. My thing is, I think they don't have chemistry. There's always a chemistry in wrestling, and I thought there was chemistry there, but it wasn't there. When it comes to this match. Now, as far as how it almost ended. So Reba Rebel, want to say, with a crutch, right? Was going to hit Hikaru Shida, but then accidentally hit Britt Baker instead. Now I'm trying to remember how that happened. I think Shida, I think it was all they where Britt Baker got Shida, and then Shida was going to run to the ropes and all that, and she was going to maybe duck from it because she sees what's coming, and then hits Britt Baker with it, and like, oh my god, that could have been it, and the crowd, and by the way, the crowd's probably they were into Britt Baker, but they're also into Hikaru Shida because how could you boo Hikaru Shida? She's lovable, she's likable. You can't. How can you boo her? And I understand why, because we want you for Britt Baker because she's been getting it done. But do you also want to boo Hikaru Shida too? I don't think you want to. There's no reason to boo her. There's really no reason to boo her because she helped carry the women's title over a year during the pandemic where there was no crowds until we finally did get crowds, but not the full capacity we could get. So you can't really boo Hikaru Shida for carrying the torch for a year of being women's champion. Because at the end of the day, it's not her fault. This whole thing happened. So at this point, Britt Baker's manager, Reba Rebel, we want to say, was thrown out. It was between these two, and like I said, it's just a match though. For the fans, they were into it, but also at the same time they were not into it too because they were all tired too, no. Maybe because of the Cody Rhodes and Anthony Ogogo match too. So on top of that, with the show going way too long too as well. That's something that AEW needs to do, and they cut down how they need to do pertains to the structure of the show, all the hours and all that. So, but anyways, but it was back to these two, and that's where Ray got picked up. Basically from there, that's where Ray got picked up, and where it got picked up, and then it finally came to where Britt Baker finally got on the lockjaw, and she finally got the lockjaw locked in and all that because she was trying to fight it and all that. And I love she did. She didn't immediately tap out. She's like she's trying to fight out in it and all that. Until finally, she tapped out. And yes, the crowds popped for it big because we have a new AEW Women's World Champion, Dr. Britt Baker, where it pertains to the DMD era. The DMD era has begun in AEW. And then Rebel came out. Reba, whatever you want to say it again. Me is Rebel. But Hikaru Shida is the new Women's Champion. And then Toshi Schiavone leads the commentary to meet her on stage and gives her a hug. I thought maybe he's good. And if you remember me, but no, he gives her a hug and basically congratulating her and all that. And which is rightfully so, because these two are have become very good friends as of late. Now, let me talk about Britt Baker here. Yes, I was one of those fans that didn't like her. I was one of those fans that didn't get her. I was one of those fans that I thought that she sucked. We're saying her wrestling, and we're saying her character too, and we're saying her promo too. I didn't hate the person. I don't want anyone getting this twisted. I didn't hate the person. Maybe to a degree, I kind of want to hate the person because this person thinks that she thinks she's all that. Cause I'll never forget that whole promo. The whole thing of I'm Michael Jordan. But besides that, I was one of those people that hated her. If you would have told me a year later that I was gonna like her because she improved and all that, I would have told you you're out of your minds. You might just unsubscribe to me and never subscribe to me ever again for saying that. But if you would have told me a year later that I was gonna be a fan of hers by her merch and everything, I would have told you not a chance in hell. I would not even give her a single dime. Of attention. But she proved me wrong. And she put me in my place too, by the way. After the whole thing with the unsanctioned, the whole thing with Thunder Rosa and everything. And then she basically did that promo where she buried on those that didn't believe her, and then they give her a chance and everything. I was one of the people that she talked down on. And how could I give her a backlash for that? How could I fire back at that? Because she put me in my place for saying that, because she did prove me wrong. She proved me wrong in so many ways, of her promos, of her wrestling, of her character, of everything that she's done. So I'm glad she got this moment, and I'm glad I'm a fan of hers now, and I'm glad that she is finally getting the opportunity that she should have gotten after her unsanctioned match. But but you know what? It was better late than never. We were all upset that she didn't win the tournament, but it was better late than never, because at the end of the day, it was a 1 year build. I knew what they were going with. Now it wasn't the best match, but it was a match that everyone was paying attention to the most, because it was the most focused match than the Anthony Ogogo and Cody Rhodes match. And here's the thing too, that match, Cody Rhodes and Anthony Ogogo, was good. I'll say this: it was better than Britt Baker's and Hikaru Shida's match, but it was all about the moment about this match, and that was the best moment that Britt Baker won the belt. Good for her. Good for her. Next match. 12 minutes and 30 seconds lasted. A tag team match between Darby Allin and Sting, returning in ring after 6 years since his match with Seth Rollins at Night of Champions for the WWE Championship. The night he got hurt. Against Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, or Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky, whichever one they want us to say. The whole thing they were doing before. So I'll come over a tag team or whatever. They did a video promo where it takes Darby Allin ran his skateboard, and all of a sudden Sting starts driving up to him, and then Darby Allin gets in the car with him, and they start driving. He starts driving. As to get and all that, and then we get to the to the entrance. I don't remember how Darby Allin entered. I remember Sting coming out though. Winter Sting. I don't remember how Darby Allin came out though. Oh yeah, I remember now. He had he came out too at the same tunnel way. He had the face paint like Sting, almost like Sting, which was cool. And then we get to the match here, and they start basically the match didn't begin yet until they start getting things in order. But as it was going on, Sting was slammed onto the rampway, the stage to Scorpio Sky. What was it, suplex, I think? Scorpio Sky gives a Sting, and Sting no sold it. He popped right back up, and Scorpio Sky had no idea what happened. He had no idea. He came back up, and all of a sudden Sting behind him and everything, and Scorpio Sky's like, uh-oh, and all that. So yeah, that was awesome. But the match ended up being pretty good. There was one point in the match where Sting had made a tag. Aubrey Edwards saw it, but she acted like she didn't see it, and she's like, "Yo, you didn't make a tag." And like, what the hell happened? Like, what did I miss something? Like, what just happened? Was there a botch spot there that I don't know. Right there, and the crowd hated it, by the way. They booed it, because that was supposed to be the big hot tag there, and it was ruined, unfortunately. Oh man, that was bad. But it was still, people still love the match though, because they love Sting. Yeah, back and forth though, and Darby Allin was selling like shit. Was selling like, oh man, like he's one of the best sellers I've seen in AEW. He knows how to sell pretty good. To make you believe that he's struggling, and he's trying to to fight back and everything. He was selling like he was selling his ass off. It was insane. Darby Allin is great. He is great. Glad I'm a fan of his. But in the end, Sting, he got the Scorpion Deathlock, by the way, onto Scorpio Sky. I think it was onto Scorpio Sky. It was. And then, no, I'm sorry, it was Ethan Page. My fault. My apologies. It was Ethan Page that he got the Scorpion Lock on him, the Scorpion Deathlock on him. And Darby Allin was put into the hook, the hook. The heel, the heel hook, I meant to say, onto by Scorpio Sky. As Darby Allin and Ethan Page are stepping and all that, as they're putting submission holds and everything. And all of a sudden, Sting Sting gets tagged back in, by the way, because Sting was not legal at this point. It was Darby Allin who was legal. Ethan Page was legal. And Scorpio Sky was going to get attacked too. So yeah, so Darby Allin and Ethan Page, I think they were fighting outside the ring at one point. And then Scorpio Sky was going for some, like a springboard into a cutter. But Sting holds the ropes, and then all of a sudden, Scorpion Death Drop out of nowhere, and the crowd went big for that. And Sting and Darby got the win, which obviously was predictable too. Sting and Darby got the win. And Sting looked great, by the way. So yeah, Sting looked great, folks. And yeah, so Darby Allin and Sting got the win. And so far they're 2-0. One for cinematic and one for live action. So there you go. Next we get to the 3-way match for the AEW World Championship title match. 27 minutes it lasted with the AEW World Champion Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy versus Pac. So the match happens. First, Orange Cassidy was teaching him to do the hands to pocket thing, and like if he does that, that's it. I'm done. I'm done with him right there. But no, he teases only to trick them, and he's wrestling for real this time. But then somewhere in midway, he started doing the hands in the pocket thing, and then he did it again. And it's whatever. The one thing I'll give him pass because it was the whole thing where he's put in the full Nelson, and then he's going in his pants, in his pockets and all that. But I thought that was clever. But then he started doing the whole pants thing. Hand in pockets, and then he did the hand in the pockets thing again. And like, okay, that was not needed, but this match, but in the match itself, by the way, was great. Great match, great performance from all three guys, by the way. All three guys were great. And then Orange Cassidy lost me here when he did the play kicks to Pac, and Pac is like, you know what, low blow to him, and like good. Like, come on, sure, don't do that shit. This is for a world title match, and you're playing play kicks and all that. You're playing around. So yeah, so he lost me there too, by the way. But they start picking up a little bit. So Don Callis at one point leaves his broadcast table. He leaves his broadcast booth because he wants to make sure that Kenny Omega doesn't lose here. He's worried that Kenny Omega's gonna lose here. So Kenny Omega looks like he's gonna lose here by Orange Cassidy. But then Don Callis pulls out the referee out, which was Bryce Ramsberg, and the crowds were saying, fuck you, Don. Fuck you, Don. Or fuck you, Callis, like that. I can't remember how they said it, but the crowds were hating that spot because they were popping more for Orange Cassidy than they were for Pac. They wanted Orange Cassidy to win here. So yeah, they were upset that he didn't win. That Orange Cassidy didn't win the belt there because Don Callis. And then Omega, I can't remember what happened there. It was like some submission happened. Oh yeah, the Brutalizer by Pac to Orange Cassidy, and Kenny Omega hits the referee because no DQ. At this point, Orange Cassidy was knocked out wherever. Pac gets back up as Don Callis gives Kenny Omega the belt, or Kenny Omega got the belt at first, the AEW World belt, hits Pac with it, and then Don Callis hands him the Impact World belt, his Pac. Hands him the TNA belt, his Pac. Then hands him the Triple A belt, his Pac. And I said to myself, okay, this is getting ridiculous. At this point, they lost me. They fucking lost me with that shit. Like, that was not fucking needed. And Pac, had to sell it. Had to sell it. Okay, one belt didn't knock me out. The other belt didn't knock me out. Like, I said to myself, this is stupid. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? So, Orange Cassidy gets back up. He goes for the orange punch. I can't remember if he did during the end of the match here or whatever. But some reason that was when Ultimate Don Callis got involved. Yeah, that's when it happened. So I forgot to mention that part. My apologies. But yeah, Orange Cassidy gets back there, and Kenny Omega reversed something that Orange Cassidy did, and got the win. Oh yeah. I think he did the orange person of Kenny Omega, and then he did the Pac too, because at this point the Pac got knocked out too. I can't remember now. I can't remember, but the point is, Orange Cassidy went for the pin. Orange Kenny Omega Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, so Orange Cassidy did the orange punch to Omega, and then Pac. Omega, Brian Ransberg, he's knocked out. So we get a new referee, Aubrey Edwards coming in, and she goes for a cover for Orange Cassidy. 1, 2, Omega goes for a cover. To a trade cover, I meant to say, And or there was 1, 2, 3, and that was over. And the crowd booed that Orange Cassidy lost. And I'm happy he lost, by the way. So there you go. So he can make us to the champion, as we all predicted he would. So match was great. Yeah, I'll say this: match was good. It was a good match, and there was all cool spots in the match too. But there was some matches, there was some spots in the match I did not like, and I hated, and he lost me, and I like just end this match already. Now, before we get to what happened next, Toshi Fine was doing a segment here, announcing that we have a new broadcaster for AEW Rampage, a new show that's gonna be on August on TNT, and he introduces a WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, and I'm like, what? Whoa, did I miss something here? What happened with him in WWE? He works for WWE, like, and then find out that he's now all elite, like, woo. You know what? WWE got what they deserve there. Especially the recent firings too, by the way, which is ridiculous. WWE, they're fucking up once again. But yeah, I'm happy Mark Henry's there though. I am happy that Mark Henry's there, and that's gonna be his role for to be announcing. I think he's gonna do more than that, but we'll see how that turns out. If he wrestles, that's fine. I don't care if he wrestles or not for AEW. Oh God, because I think he's still got left in the tank. Just saying. But I was surprised there. Hey, and there's nothing too. TNT, you can't say they can't do surprises on pay-per-view because this has nothing to do with TNT. This has something to do with the pay-per-views. It's not about on the networks. It's about on the pay-per-views. So can't say anything about that. So it's like the whole thing with Leo Rush. So there you go. And finally, the main event. They'd save for last. It was the Stadium Stampede match. Where if the Inner Circle loses, they had to beat disband. Match lasted 31 minutes and 30 seconds. It lasted. It was the Inner Circle: Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana and Ortiz versus the Pinnacle, Cash Wheeler, Tex Harwood, MJF, Sean Spears, and Wardlow, being accompanied by Tully Blanchard. So, as far as this match was, it was good. The match was good. Yes, it's not like one of those separate matches and all that, whatever. But it was still good. It was was it better than last year's Stadium Stampede match? No. Because last year was about more entertainment. This had entertainment too, but not the entertainment that I expected to have. But because at the end of the day, it's just supposed to be a blood feud match, between the two sides. So, but as far as what happened on there, I'm gonna try to get to it as I can. Just give me one moment. All right, here we go. MJ comes out first of the limo, and he was the only one who came out there. And I asked myself, he's the one who came out of there. And I asked myself, wait a minute, why is the rest of the Pinnacle ain't coming out? And I asked myself, they probably set up another ambush to the Inner Circle, which it kind of was. Which we'll get to that. But I'm just coming out, and he's kind of promo and everything, which I thought was good. And all of a sudden, Inner Circle comes out, and Inner Circle came out, coming down of the stadium. And I thought it was pretty cool the way they came out. They came down, by the way. It was pretty cool. So they go up and be up on MJF in the limo, right? MJF locks up in the limo and everything. And all of a sudden, the Pinnacle comes out of nowhere, not from the limo, but somewhere else. And they start jumping on in Inner Circle. And then as one of them got into the ring, which I think it was Sammy Guevara and Sean Spears. I think it was those two. Yeah, because there was a ring in the stadium, right? And the bell rang. At the TIAA bank. Field. That's where they first started. So they're having added all that. The Inner Circle and the Pinnacle were having added. One moment, folks. Here we go. So they show MJF and Jericho fighting in the in the building of the stadium, where Jericho is getting hit by MJF's with the phone. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm too busy jamming Jericho's teeth down his throat, something like that. And then Jericho fires back with a megaphone, like screaming in MJF. And they continue on fighting. And we'll get to a little more of that later. Also, we see Jake Hager and Wardlow fighting, and they keep fighting everywhere. And then Wardlow spears Hager through a wall, and we'll get back to that later. Guevara and Spears starts fighting, where they're in the room full of chairs because Shawn Spears is the chairman, and they start fighting and everything with the chairs and all that. Then we get to Spears handcuffing Guevara in that room of chairs and all that, and then he leaves them, and then Guevara sees a bolt cutter there, and we all know that how he's gonna escape from there. So since the bolt cutters being handcuffed and all that. Santana Ortiz shows up to the club where FTR and Tully Blanchard are there hanging out and all that, and start beating up a few people before they get to each other, and they start drinking and all that, and also they start fighting. Tully Blanchard get involved, and by the way, you see the DJ playing in the background, right? And I noticed as soon as I saw who played the DJ, I noticed that that was Conan, and sure enough it was Conan. Because they zoomed in back of him, and the crowd had no idea that was Conan until they zoomed in there. Like, and I said to myself, how can I tell that was Conan? I'm just saying, I knew it was Conan, but for various reasons, the crowd there, they didn't know that was Conan until they zoomed into him. But yeah, as soon as I saw it was Conan there, like, yeah, he's gonna get involved with Santana Ortiz, and sure that's what happened. So FTR and Proud and Powerful are fighting and all that, and Tully Blanchard's gonna get involved, and also Conan steps in to help out, and I thought that was cool, by the way. And it ended with Santana throwing and Cash Wheeler. Cash Wheeler fighting in the elevator, and that was it. And I said, wait a minute, that was it? Okay. Wardlow and Hager start battling in some kind of fridge thing where you have meats hanging on hooks and all that. Okay, I highly doubt a stadium has that. That was ridiculous. MJS and Jericho, they continue on fighting in the office and all that of the stadium, and Jericho staples on MJF's forehead. That, I guess that says thank you on whatever, something like that. I can't remember if that's what it said, but he got stapled on that. And then Jericho I can't remember if it was Jericho who power drive MJF or it was probably MJF power driving Jericho on that table, but only got a 2 count. And MJF pulls out a hammer and try to hitting Jericho on the arm there, because Jericho still got that on that medical that robotic thing cast whatever on Jericho where that thing is. And Jericho fires back and all that, and he gets fluid the baseball bat that was apparently what was there. Like, to himself, oh yeah, so because Jericho knew that there could be that him and Jericho fight in that office, that he had a bat there the entire time. Whatever. And Jericho throws MJF through the glass window, where MJF was trying to go through the window to escape. From that counterness. Shawn Spears is trying to I don't know what he's doing. He was wandering everywhere. Also, we see the Inner Circle motorcycle club, riding the bikes, motorcycles. Got to Shawn Spears. Shawn Spears starts running into another room. Meanwhile, we get back to Jericho and MJF at Jay's place, where they end up destroying. Jericho end up destroying MJF as he makes his way to the ring, and power bombs him off to a table. And then Shawn Spears gets his way to Jay's place as he's being chased by Sam Guevara, who escaped, by the way, the bolt cutters, handcuffed and all that. And he found a golf cart, the same golf cart. I'm pretty sure it's a different go kart, but it's the same go kart. That same Guevara was chased before last year. And now here we are with Shawn Spears getting chased this time. And then Sean Spears and Sun Gar having that in the ring, in front of the live crowd, by the way, at Dave's place. And they start stiffing each other with chair shots and all that, and everything they're doing. And Sun Gar gets him with the GTH, and it goes for the stomp to the face of Sean Spears to the chair that was placed on the on turnbuckle and all that, like Spears did, the same Guevara did before, when we first saw the Pinnacle form, and then he ends it with a 630 onto Sean Spears, crushing him to cover him. 1, 2, 3, your winners. As we opened today, by the way, still together, the Inner Circle, and they all came out together. The Inner Circle all came out to with Sammy Guevara in the ring. The crowd singing along the Judas song, which was great, by the way. Great to have that again. And that was it. And power was going off. I think power was going off on something like that. I can't remember that happened on that, but yeah, there you go. That was it. And yeah, we all knew that this Inner Circle was going to win here. And with that being said, where we go from here now? Because again, this was ass backwards. If they was going to have this match, they should have do this match first. Then you could have done blood and guts to really end the feud. Because this match is just the next match is gonna be the next match is gonna be a rubber match now. Because again, ass backwards. This should never been done that way. Now what you do from here? The Pinnacle lost. So what you gonna do? Another match? Why? Inner Circle got the win back. They got their heat back. I don't know where you go from here. But that was the end of the show, folks. Now, before I get to my overall showing for the show, I'm gonna go to the highlights of Double or Nothing 2021. So here we go. Swerve of the night. Jungle Boy wins the Casino Battle Royale, because I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting Christian Cage to win. Because they were the last two, and I thought Christian Cage was gonna win. Because pertains to Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. I thought they was gonna do that, but I think they might say that for All Out. I could be wrong, but we'll see how that turns out. Either All Out or Fyter Fest, or maybe Fight for the Fallen. We'll see. It depends. But yeah, Jungle Boy winning. That was a swerve of the night to me. Shock of the night. Mark Henry make his AEW debut. Moment of the night. Britt Baker winning the AEW Women's World Championship. Promo of the night. MJF, because he's the one who cut the promo on the show. Video promo of the night, the AEW Women's World Championship. See, that one I love, because at least that one I was into that more than the other video promos they did on the show. Segment of the night, the announcement for AEW Rampage and who will be hosting AEW Rampage, because that's the only segment they did on the show, too. So, interest in the night will be Inner Circle. The way just the way they came into the stadium was pretty cool. Coming down, or with the cable thing, wherever, down, and they keep going down like they're on top of a mountain and come down, something like that. I digress, but it was pretty cool. Performance of the night, Sting. Now there were other performances too that were awesome too, but Sting, because after 6 years being away from the ring, after what happened to him, after what happened to him in WWE, or the WWE stinge, he looked great, and he wrestled great too. Move of the night was the Avalanche Falcon Arrow by Pac onto Orange Cassidy. I think it was to Orange Cassidy or to Kenny Omega, but it had to be on to. But I remember who hit the move, and it was Pac, and it looked amazing. I never seen that before. Never seen something like that being done before. Finish of the night, the Lockjaw by Britt Baker, pertains to her being the women's champion. Our Brawl match of the night was the AEW World Championship title match. Half good, but half bad too, because of the booking. Show steal of the night was Stadium Stampede. People love that. To me, it'll be for me though. Actually, to me, what so stood tonight to me was yeah, it would have to be Staying Stampede for me. Yes, Staying Stampede for me. Cause I can't. I would say Christina Battle Royal, but I was not happy how they booked that match either. Quick eliminations. This one gonna go new for you, folks. Pop of the night. Pop match of the night, I should say. I'm meant to say match pop of the night. I'm gonna go with it was a toss up for Britt Baker, but because of her win the belt, or the Adam Page match. I'm gonna go with Britt Baker with that one, because I'll win the match too, I skipped this too, by the way. Pop of the night. I meant to put two about way because I want to make sure I want to add that too. Pop of the night, Adam Page. That pop was unbelievable, man. The biggest pop ever on that night was the Hangman Adam Page. Still over. And finally, match of the night, which, by the way, the Hangman Adam Page versus Brian Cage. I thought that match was match of the night, and that was the opener. The opening match was match of the night to me. So, and my overall strength of the show, there were a lot of ups, but there were also a lot of downs in this match. On the show, I meant to say. Now, I don't remember if I said 8 out of 10 or 8.5 out of 10 for Double or Nothing, which tends to be on the live reaction with with the rest of the panel of the Asylum. But that's on their channel. This is my channel. 9 out of 10. And as far as the show was, the crowd's back in full capacity. The wrestling and everything else, and again, there was a lot of ups and downs too, but by far the best wrestling show of the year. And we're never done yet. This surpassed WrestleMania Night 1 and 2, in my opinion. Not saying that WrestleMania Night 1 and 2 was bad, because I enjoyed that show. I enjoyed that show too, but I enjoyed Double or Nothing more than I did at WrestleMania. Hell, I enjoyed this more than New Japan's Wrestle 1 and 2 of pertains to New Japan Pro Wrestling is Wrestle Kingdom, I meant to say Wrestle 1. I think about the Wrestle 1 promotion that the Great Muta does. Basically, Wrestle Kingdom 15, Night 1 and 2. I enjoyed I enjoyed this more than that. So that's saying much. I should say that's saying much too. So there you go. But there you go, folks. That's all I gotta say. And that being said, I'm done. Thank you for watching. For it's the Natural Born Driller saying peace on the streets. We gotta go. So, yeah. So, you all stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself. What's going on in the world. Wear your mask and all. Get vaccinated, whatever. And yeah, live in peace, harmony for us all. Love one another. God bless one another. And there you go. Take care.